A common problem I see in my office is people that come in with pain in the toes due to bunions. And a lot of people think, well, how did these things form? And first and foremost, people want to say, well, it's women and they wear heels. Well, not always the case, because guys come in with bunions too. And sometimes it's because the toe box of the shoes are narrower than your natural anatomical foot. Hence, you take a classic woman's heel. If the toes in your forefoot are wider than this, and the shoe is going to push the toes over and in, it's going to cause more stress on that first joint of the big toe. Hence, over time and years, it can turn into a bunion or excess bone growth on the side of that big toe, leading to pain and discomfort. If she was wearing a heel with a pointed toe, you can see how much her actual foot would have to compress to actually fit into that shoe. It's that compression over time of the big toe that could lead to some type of bunion formation, resulting in pain over time. No, I also see women that wear heels day in and day out that have no bunion or pain from bunions due to the heels that they wear. So it's not a all or nothing situation. Now, when it comes to, well, how do guys get bunions? Well, guys can have bunions from the same situation. The dress shoes they wear can be more narrow in the toe than the actual anatomical foot. Same thing with a running shoe, a workout shoe. And it's the fact that you wear these things over and over again, that these things will form over time. Little kids can see it as well if they have shoes that are too tight as their foot continues to grow. So a shoe, or a type of shoe I should say, that I advocate is a shoe that actually makes room for the anatomical foot, meaning that you have enough room and it does not compress the forefoot of the foot. Now, this is a shoe by Ultra with an A, that I really do like. And if Ultra, if you're out there listening, I really wish you would make this model one again. I love the shoe. I'm actually wearing a pair right now. But there are a lot of different shoe companies out now that do make shoes, just not running shoes, athletic shoes, but dress shoes even, or casual shoes for the anatomical foot. Sometimes you can find them in your specialty running shoe stores, and but most times you can find them online too as well. And most of them, from a cost standpoint, are at a really good price point, and a lot of them they stand by the product, and they will most times give you a money back guarantee if you're not happy or satisfied with your product. So something to check out. A question I get asked often is, do I need some type of custom mold or orthotic? And my common response is, let's check. Because your average orthotic adjusts for overpronation in the feet in most people. There's a small percentage of people who do supinate, but majority of people tend to overly or excessively pronate. So the way I check is just by doing a navicular drop measurement. And this is something that you can use an index card for, or I actually like these cards from foot levelers. They have the measurements on them. And so what I would basically do is have the patient position their feet, and I'm just going to find that navicular bone. I'm just going to put a little mark on it. And then I'm going to position my card or measurement card or tool, and I'm just going to mark where that navicular bone sits in a seated non-weight-bearing position. And then I'm just going to ask my patient to, without moving her feet, stand straight up for me. And I'm just going to recheck the position of that bone. Good. You can have a seat. And so, based on the measurement, a normal pronation in the foot should be between 0 to 5 millimeters, and she is well within the normal range. So with her, I would say, you know what, you're someone I wouldn't necessarily prescribe a custom orthotic for. If it was an excess of that 5 millimeters, then she would be a candidate for a custom molded orthotic. And then we would plan on picking an orthotic that's right for her based on the type of shoes she's wearing or activity level. You want to be cautious of what type of shoes you put your orthotics in, because if you're already wearing a high stability shoe, it's unlikely that you want to put a custom orthotic in a high stability shoe, because the shoe already inherently has some correction built into it. Meaning that if you put an orthotic into a high stability shoe, it could stop your foot from going through a normal pronation cycle. Pronation is something that you want to have occur in the foot. It's just that you don't want to have it happen excessively in the foot. An orthotic is designed to take a foot that's overly pronating or excessively pronating and allow it to pronate within a normal range. An orthotic is not supposed to stop normal pronation from occurring in the foot.